Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video in which I wanted to share with you my Sephora VIB sale haul. I know this video is coming a little bit late, the sale has already ended, but I actually just got my last package today and I wanted to be sure and try out some of the products so that I can give you my first impression thoughts as I shared with you the items that I actually picked up. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, I'm Jody. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. And if you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button so that you can join our growing makeup family. I'm really excited about today's video because it is going to be in collaboration with Ana Luisa Jewelry. I mentioned to you guys in a September video that I was going to be doing a year-long collaboration with the company, and I'm really excited about it because I have really been enjoying all of the jewelry pieces that I've received from the brand. I've been wearing them in a lot of my most recent videos, and I wanted to share a couple of those pieces with you today. I thought it was a good time to mention them again because they are going to be having their Black Friday sales. This is the time when we're all trying to find a good sale for gift giving, either for others or for ourselves. And so I wanted to let you know that they are having their Black Friday promotion on their website. I will have my link in the description box down below, as well as a discount code so that you can receive the Black Friday sales discounts. The first item I wanted to share today was this necklace. I've already been wearing it pretty much all month. This one is called Key, and it's a really cute necklace. It's on a fine chain, and what I like about it is that on the back there's actually multiple slots where you can close the clasps, and it's a little bit adjustable that way, so I really enjoy it. Right now I'm wearing it layered with another piece that's a necklace trio. It's called the Michelle set, and I love that when they have the sets, they're actually individual chains, so you can mix and match and layer the pieces. I think it gives it a little bit more interest, especially when I'm wearing something that's more low cut. So this piece is from the Michelle set, and the one with the padlock is called Key. I've also frequently been wearing these earrings and I really like them. I like the size because they're not too big and not too small, and I like how colorful they are. You can see that they have pink, white, and blue. These are called the Hannah Sunset earrings, but they also have variations that are a little less colorful if you like something a little bit more neutral. I've been wearing a lot of neutral clothes and I feel like jewelry is a nice way to introduce little pops of color. I really, really love those. And they did give me another set which I was wearing in my Melt Cosmetics Amor y Mariposas video, which was my video prior to this one, and it is this beautiful set of earrings. These are really different in their collection. These are called the Donna Stud, and what I love about these is that they're a little bit more glam. You can see that they have like 3 individual chains on a horizontal bar, and they are really, really pretty when you have them on. Another thing that I like is that even though they're more of a statement piece, they are not heavy at all, so they're not ones that are going to weigh down my earlobe. I really enjoy these as well. I think there's something that's a little bit more glam for the holidays coming up. I would definitely recommend it. And also if you're wearing your hair up, it's a nice touch of femininity to have a more dangly earring. So I definitely recommend those. Those are the Donna Studs. I was really excited to share the pieces with you because not only are they really, really cute pieces, but Ana Luisa Jewelry is also really committed to being environmentally friendly and responsible in their manufacturing practices as well. All of their materials are ethically sourced, and they do come with a 1-year warranty as well, so you can ensure that there's quality control with anything that you purchase. I personally haven't had any issue with any of the pieces that I've had, and I've been wearing Ana Luisa Jewelry for almost 2 years now. If you like any of the pieces that I showed you, or you would like to just go to their website and browse around, I do have that link in the description box down below. They would be a great option for gift giving. The pieces are packaged in these little cute pouches like this. They either have the green ones or they have some more neutral tones like this, and if you want something a little more fancy, they also have gift boxes that you can select at checkout. A big thank you to Ana Luisa Jewelry for partnering with me on this video. I really appreciate it. I'm absolutely loving my jewelry and I look forward to our continued business partnership. Now let's go ahead and get into this box. In no particular order, I'm just going to grab the items that I picked up. The first thing that I picked up, I think, was the item of the Sephora sale. It didn't launch until after the Sephora sale had started, which I think is really great because sometimes brands like to pull a fast one and release their items after the sale. But Huda Beauty did not do that, launched right in the middle of the sale, and this is the Rose Quartz palette. So this is what the packaging looks like. It says the palette is made in Italy. You do get 17.35 grams of product, 24-month shelf life on that one. When I got the packaging, It's pretty, and it's kind of mimicking rose quartz, so it's got like pink hues, but because the box is kind of white, it made me feel like it was dirty. It looks like it's a little bit dirty, like it has fingerprints from sitting on a shelf or something like that. But that's really not the case. I actually did try to wipe it down because that's the way that I am. And it's just the finish on the actual packaging. When you open it up, this is what the palette looks like. And this is the palette that I'm wearing on my eyes today. It's far prettier than the outer packaging, which I definitely appreciated since this is, you know, intended to be recycled. So here's what the palette looks like. All the information about the shades is on the backside as well. It's an 18 shade eyeshadow palette with 5 different textures. So you've got 8 mattes, 3 metallics, 3 pearly soft shine metallics, 3 quartz inspired cream marbles, and 1 crushed stone pearly gloss hybrid. This one is labeled as an eyeshadow palette, so I don't think it's going to have any of those pigments that are labeled as not being safe for the eye area. Here's what your palette looks like. It's in the typical Huda Beauty 18 pan format. And it's a really beautiful color story. I have to admit, when I was seeing it in pictures on Instagram, it looked very pretty, but it looked really muted and a little bit grayed out. When I saw it in person, it's actually a lot more beautiful than it looked in pictures, although it's still more of a cool tone, dusty kind of color story. It does have one of those weird shades. It's the shade Love Stone, and I don't know what it is, but mine doesn't have a lot of color to it. So if I put my finger in it, it's just a slight sheen, I would say. Today I actually used it as a sticky base. In this look, I built up my crease with the shade Cherished, Serenity, and then Mantra. So that's what you're seeing on the outside. Those are the mattes I used. On the lid, I used the shade Energized, mostly over the entire lid. And then the shade Blissful in the center, which adds a little bit of a blue reflect. I think it's more visible on this eye. For some reason, since I was using that Love Stone shade as a base, on this eye, it actually performed really well, and then on this one, it caused the eyeshadow to kind of layer on it too thick. Maybe I applied too much. It was only my first time using it, so I had to play around with it a little bit more. And then on the inner corner, I put the shade Self Love. So I just tried a few of the shades. The swatches are absolutely beautiful. I definitely am very impressed by the metallics. The mattes are a little bit of a drier formula, but they do blend really well. And the way the shades were selected, they're very much in the same color family, and they're going to be very easy to blend anyway. Really pretty palette. I do like the look that I created today. I didn't do anything fancy since I just wanted to try it out so I can give you my first impression thoughts. But I'm very glad that I was able to pick up the palette during the sale, since these have a tendency to be a little bit more pricey. Next, I did pick up a foundation. Well, this is really a tinted sunscreen. So it's more of a sunscreen, but a lot of people are using it more as like a skin tint. And this one is the Tower 28 Sunny Days SPF 30. It says safe for sensitive skin, won't cause breakouts. And then it says lightweight, non-greasy mineral protection. You'll actually want to wear it because it doesn't have any white cast. I think it's genius to have a sunscreen that comes out in skin tone shades so that you don't have that white cast problem. This is what the packaging looks like. It does have a 12-month shelf life. It's cruelty-free. It's got non-nano zinc oxide as your active ingredient, 12.6%. It's also reef safe, and you get a full fluid ounce of this product. I didn't get a chance to try this one today, but my friend Alice did a complete review of the sunscreen on her channel, so I'm going to pop that up in the cards in case you're interested in checking it out. She also has dry skin as I do, and she has more sensitive skin as well, so she's very thorough with her reviews. And so if you wanted an immediate feedback on this specific product, then definitely check out her video. I did pick up another foundation. This one is the Beauty Blender Bounce Skin Tint, and that is the one that I elected to wear today. So it's supposed to be a skin tint that stays put, and the claims are long wear, weightless, buildable coverage, and brightens and hydrates. So, you know, I can't say anything about the longevity since today's the first day that I'm wearing it. I did apply it with a damp sponge, which is what they recommend. I do agree with the weightless claim. It feels very comfortable on the skin, almost like you're wearing nothing. I applied about a dropper full of it. This is what the outer packaging looks like. It's very, very pretty. It's quite heavy as well. I picked mine up in the shade Medium 3, In the Tower 28, I picked up the shade Mulholland, by the way. So this is the shade Medium 3, and at first I was afraid that it was going to be a little bit darker for me, but it actually ended up being a very, very good shade match. I can't really speak to the long wear claim, but in terms of brightening and hydrating, I don't think so. I don't think that it was hydrating, but then again, when I'm looking for a hydrating or brightening foundation, I'm looking for the glow, like all over glow. Things like the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation, the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, even the Huda Beauty Glowish, like that level of glow is what I'm looking for. And so for me, I would describe this more as a natural finish. So not necessarily hydrating or radiant, at least on my skin type, which is actually quite dry. I used it over a hydrating primer, but just a very basic primer since I wanted to see how the foundation would wear on its own. I like how it layers. It is buildable. It applied really well with a beauty blender. I'll try it again with a sponge. The packaging is super, super pretty. Right now, I'm not in love with it just because it hasn't done anything that some of my other preferred foundations do, but it looks pretty. I think it looks very nice on the skin. And other products layered very well over it. I was applying the Too Faced Bronzed Peach Bronzer, which is a cream bronzer, but it's a little bit thicker, so you have to kind of buff it. And the foundation didn't move around or anything like that. So far so good with this one. I also picked up something from Rare Beauty, and this is one of the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blushes. I did a whole video when Rare Beauty first launched, and I tried a lot of their products. And since then, I haven't really picked up anything. But when they launched these melting blushes, I was very curious about them. Some people either love them or they hated them. So these have a 12-month shelf life. They're made in Italy, and they kind of remind me of the Nars blushes or even the e.l.f. blushes that are more of a putty formula. So this is what the packaging looks like, and I believe that it was Jamie Page that kind of put me over the edge for selecting this blush. You do get 5 grams of product. The packaging is so cute, and I decided to get the shade Nearly Mauve because some people were saying that the lighter ones, you had to really build them up and then they didn't last very long. I'm going to go ahead and put my finger in it. Okay, so this is definitely more emollient than the e.l.f. blushes or even the Nars ones. So I actually have a little bit here, and here's what that shade looks like. Not bad, I like the color. But yeah, it's more emollient than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be a little bit more dry, especially because I have swatched these at Sephora, but of course the testers have kind of been sitting out for a while. I think that may have made the formula dry out a little bit. So I'm actually surprised to feel the texture of that one. I did not wear this one today because I picked up some other blushes, which I did decide to try. So let me grab those. I picked up the Rose Ink blushes, and I actually bought one and then I went and I bought another one. If you look at the boxes, the shades look exactly the same, but I don't think they're the same. These are the ones that I actually elected to wear, and today I'm wearing the shade Heliotrope. So that's what you're seeing on my cheek. It's like a soft nudie pink color, and these I have seen quite a lot on like Julia Adams' channel and also Jamie Page. So these, you get 4.5 grams. They're called the Blush Divine Radiant Lip and Cheek Color. So I guess you could wear it on your lips as well. I probably should have tried it today since the lip product that I'm wearing I've worn a couple of times before. It says a hydrating cream that brightens and blurs with a radiant flush of color. These have a 12-month shelf life, also made in Italy. And I kept hearing that these are shaped like airplane toilet seats. I guess so, yeah. But it has the brand name on the front. It is going to be refillable packaging, and I believe that Sephora does have the refills already, which is really cool. And so this is the shade that I elected to wear today. This one is the shade Heliotrope, and I had actually seen this one in person, and it looked like a very neutral blush. So you can see there, it's kind of like a mauve-y, nudie pink color. These are much thicker than the Rare Beauty blushes. Those two colors look almost the same. I would say that the Rare Beauty is a little bit more pink and the Rose Ink is a little bit more nude. In terms of texture, the Rose Ink is a little bit thicker of a texture. It feels a little bit drier. I mean, it doesn't feel dry by any means, like don't get me wrong, but it's just drier than the Rare Beauty one. And I actually applied it with a dual fiber brush. I used this one by Huda Beauty. And I was able to pick it up on the brush really well and buff it on, and it blended very, very easily. So it says you can use your fingertips, but I found that working with a brush was just fine. So that was the shade Heliotrope. And I do have another one, which I think is the one that Jamie Page had. And this one is in the shade Anemone. And this one you can see I haven't used. So let's give it a swatch. So this one is definitely more peachy. Let's go ahead and add it to the blushes here. Yeah, so you can see this one is much more of a corally shade. It's a little bit more bold of a color, and so that's why I went with the shade Heliotrope, since I was wearing a more colorful eye look. So there are your swatches. I think that was it for blush. Next, I have something from Nars, something that I was hearing a lot about. It wasn't even on my radar. I don't know when this was launched, but suddenly I saw a lot of people using them. I believe that I saw Miriam Maquillage wearing this, and then a couple of more people. I think maybe Babs Beauty. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Color Corrector. Definitely Makeup Cheryl was wearing this as well. And you all know that my under eyes are my trouble area, and so if there's a new color corrector, it's gonna catch my attention. And this one is by Nars. I really like Nars as a brand. This is what the packaging looks like, and this is actually my third time wearing it. So I've tried it under a couple of concealers, and you know, it has the consistency of a concealer. When you open it up, it doesn't have the applicator like the Radiant Creamy Concealer. That's more of a doe foot. This one is a tiny little brush, like almost like a nail polish applicator. And I picked mine up in the shade Light, and it's pretty deep for something light. It's very peachy. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you actually. So here you can see it on my skin. It's very, very peachy, and it has the consistency of a concealer, but when I apply it, it gives my eyes that peachy look as well, and I feel like I have to layer something over it. Like, this isn't something you can wear on its own unless the tone just happens to be perfect for your skin tone. But for most people, it's not really going to be matching, and it's something you're going to want to layer underneath your concealer. I think it layers fine, but I feel if I'm wearing a full enough coverage concealer, I don't need this step. And with color correctors, I kind of prefer something that's going to give me more hydration, more radiance, or brightening. And I don't know, I'm not feeling that I'm seeing that with this one. I'm going to try with a couple of other combinations of concealers to see. Today I'm wearing it under the Nude Sticks one that I've been liking. But in terms of like an everyday color corrector, I really like the Tatcha Pearl. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury one that comes in the pot. And I really like the Fenty Beauty eye brighteners, and those come in a lot of shades. This one I think comes in about 5 shades, but people have been giving them good reviews. I think I just have to play around with it anymore. It's definitely not bad, but it didn't wow me right off the bat. Next, I picked up a lip pencil by Melt Cosmetics, and I mentioned this in my previous video as well. I was wearing it in that video, so today is my second or third time wearing this one. It's called the Perfectionist Lip Ultra Precision Pencil, and it's by Melt Cosmetics. These have a 12-month shelf life. They are made in the Czech Republic. I picked mine up in the shade Sepia, and this is definitely a Makeup by Cheryl made me buy it kind of thing. So it's a sharpenable pencil. In my opinion, it's a little bit short for a sharpenable pencil. I'm kind of used to them being a little bit longer, and it's in the shade Sepia, which is a really nice, more like cool tone nude shade. I'm wearing a warmer lip gloss on top of it, so it kind of pulls a little bit more neutral on my lips. It applies nicely. It's more of a dry formula, I would say. Definitely not as creamy as the Lisa Eldridge ones, which I absolutely love, but it's also nowhere near as expensive. Those are expensive lip liners, but I have to say I really like them as well. So with the Melt one in the shade Sepia, I like it. I will enjoy it, but I'm not at this point inclined to go pick up like the whole collection. I believe that they released about 6 shades in those. Next, we have something I was trying really hard not to buy. I tried really hard not to buy it. I don't know, I'm a night owl. I wake up in the middle of the night, and when this became available on Sephora, I was actually awake. I could have purchased it, but I didn't. I was just like, okay, it's a neutral palette. It's the Natasha Denona Glam Face palette, by the way. And I saw it on Instagram and it looks beautiful, it really does, but I don't think that I'm necessarily the target audience for it, aside being such a fan of Natasha Denona's products. So this is the outer packaging. It does have 5 eyeshadows, and so the total net weight of product that you're getting is 13 grams. It's made in Italy, 18-month shelf life. You have some creamy matte shadows as well as some metallic eyeshadows. I'm looking on here and it does say warning, cream blush must be used only on cheeks. Must be one of those pigment things. Anyway, this one came out in 2 shades, the dark and the light, and like I said, I was trying not to buy it just because it's very, very neutral, and I already have Natasha Denona blushes in her quads, in her duos. I definitely have shades like this in the Biba palette, or in the mini nude palette I have shades like this, but FOMO got the best of me. I saw everybody hauling it, everybody doing their reviews and loving it, and so I wanted to try it out for myself, mostly out of curiosity for the 2 products under this little protective flap here. And I'm not wearing the eyeshadows today, but I swatched them out for you so you can see them. They feel like the typical Natasha Denona formula, and obviously with shades like this, you're going to be able to make it very neutral, beautiful, everyday look. The mattes are going to allow for a very, very nice gradient. It's going to be a really easy to use palette. I did decide to use the highlighter, so that is the one that I'm wearing today. And with this one, this is a very impactful highlighter. A little bit and you're already like at blinding level. So if you prefer the lit from within look, which I kind of tried to diffuse it to get that look today, you want to go in with a super light hand and lightly buff it on. It picks up really easily on a brush. Since it was under the flap, I thought it was going to be a cream, but honestly it feels like a powder. This blush though is really interesting. From looking at it, it looks very similar to the rose ink blushes in terms of the texture. It feels a lot more dry. This one is definitely a cream, but it feels like a cream that has gotten powder in it already. It's like a cream to powder formula, I would say, and it feels dry. It isn't dry, but it really feels that way. You can kind of see where I swatched it, kind of left my imprint there. So I don't know. Obviously, I've only used one product from the palette, but these have been very popular on YouTube lately, so I'm sure you've already seen a review video. I'm pretty confident in the quality of the eyeshadows, but I'm very curious to put that cheek product on and see how it applies. The packaging is super nice, very reflective. Very pretty. I know that they have the darker one that has a darker bronze color, which is really nice, and a lot of people are picking up both of them. I already didn't want to pick up one, so I definitely am not going to pick up 2. Right now, I'm actually not sorry I have it though. I really like it. I kind of collect her products, and I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I can get use out of that, definitely on an everyday basis. Very glad I was able to pick that one up. It actually sold out and then I couldn't find it, and then like FOMO got stronger and stronger and stronger, so I actually went in store in a mall not so close from my house, and I did like buy online, pick up in store, and that's how I was able to get it because it was definitely sold out all through Chicago area. The last product is something that's not new to me. I have some of these already. These are the Tower 28 Milky Gloss sets. So these are the Iced Latte Lip Jelly Duo. And you get 2 colors. One is limited edition. The limited edition shade is called Chestnut, and that's the one that I'm wearing. I'm wearing it with the Melt liner, which makes it a little bit more neutral, but this is actually a very warm tone gloss. And then it comes with full size of Chill. So both of these are full size products, and they were coming in the duo plus the discount. I've actually gone through a couple of minis of this Chill shade, which is just a clear gloss because it's just very easy to wear. What I like about them is that they are not minty scented, since I don't enjoy minty scented lip glosses. They do have a scent, but it's not something that's too overpowering. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch this one out even though I'm wearing it so you can see the color. I think Chestnut is a very appropriate name for it. And what I like about them is that they are very lightweight, non-sticky glosses. The only catch is that they're not going to wear very long on your lips. I'm constantly reapplying this when I elect to wear it, and I've gone through several minis quite quickly. But the price is pretty reasonable, and in the duo along with the discount, it was a really good deal. So the set was $22, and each of these retail for $15 full price. So it was a really good deal, and both shades are very wearable that I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of. My personal favorite glosses are still going to be the ones by Lunar Beauty. Just saying, but these are quite nice as well. I really enjoy them. And that's everything in my box. That's all that I got in the Sephora sale. Again, I have definitely purchased a lot more stuff, but I bought it before the sale. I have the Danessa Myricks palette. I have a whole bunch of other things that I would definitely enjoy sharing with you. So let me know if you still enjoy seeing my makeup hauls. I know I used to do a lot more hauls before, but this year I was supposed to be doing my Operation Curation. I made a whole big plan. I had the best intentions, and then life had other plans for me. So I'm actually going to give Operation Curation another go next year. But I have been buying a whole lot of stuff that I can definitely share with you. So if you still enjoy haul videos, definitely give this one a thumbs up so that I know you would like to see me haul and swatch some other makeup goodies for you. Also, let me know if you like this style where I tried them on so that you can see what they look like, and I can give you at least some information about it, and I'm not just kind of showing you the products. That's going to be everything for today's video. A big thank you once again to Ana Luisa Jewelry for working with me on this video. I definitely recommend you check out the link in the description box down below. It's gift giving season coming up very soon, and I definitely think it's a good idea to get your purchases in sooner rather than later, since I know that the mail system is going to be overwhelmed, even more so than they have been. Enjoy the Black Friday and Cyber Monday festivities. I'm definitely looking forward to partaking in any sales that might pop up. Some have already. It's definitely a great time of year to save a little bit of money on products that rarely go on sale. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you did enjoy this one, don't forget that big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you would like to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Haven't been able to get back on my schedule, so I'm kind of uploading when I'm able as my work schedule allows. So hitting that bell will make sure that you don't miss when I have a new upload for you. Thanks again for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing really, really well, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.